This is my son. He's new to the game. And I put out a post getting best tips for new beginners. Son, how many days have you been playing COD Mobile now?
Like 2 or 3.
Now, did you know about the bots at the start, that you were playing with bots? Did you expect that?
Oh yeah, I did.
Is this your first mobile first-person shooter?
Yes,
And what's your first impression of it?
it's really good.
I think the advice I gave you, because you're a thumbs player, right, was to start with claw. For those that don't know, this is claw, playing with 4 fingers. To my mind, it's because it works if you're a console player. This is how you play. Most mobile players start with their thumbs. I did as well. I changed to claw later on PUBG, and it took me several weeks to get my head around it. So you've been playing claw for, what, this is your second day?
Yeah,
What's it like?
way easier.
Oh, really? So you've picked it up just like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to read out some of the feedback from my post. The first one is from Wizard Warzone, which is just stop playing. And from Mary Jane, delete it. So what they're saying there is, I don't know about Wizard Warzone. It might be in the trick that Warzone, I don't know if he's a mobile player or not, whether he's just trolling, or sometimes people have played the game for a couple of years and they get frustrated with it.
Yeah.
And they go off and play Apex or something else. So that's possibly it. Mary Jane is one of my moderators. She's Puff from PUBG. She's saying delete it because she's very passionate about PUBG and she would rather everybody go and play that. So that's where that's coming from. So was that advice helpful?
Oh, yeah.
It was? Are you going to delete it?
Probably not.
Probably not, eh? Okay, the next one is from Tropical Snipes. He was one of the best snipers in the game until he quit and sold his account. He says download some soft hacks. So I think we've just got an insight into how he was so good at the game. Kids, don't download soft hacks. It ruins the game for everybody. What do you think about hacks?
Not fun to play against.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is M's. Better not be a camper or a hard scoper. Be toxic and go hundies. What's hundies? Nah, kidding. My tip is good luck and prepare to get mental in the game. Okay, so I think you already know this. I've tried to educate you over the years that the game can get quite frustrating sometimes. I've heard you raging from upstairs sometimes and I come up, but I've been guilty of that as well. So it's a game and it's a fun game, and just don't let it get inside your head. But also you can be quite strategic with it and it can really mentally challenge you in a good way, like any other game or sport can. Okay, Icione says storage space, make sure you have enough of it. What device have you got?
iPad.
Yes, you've got my old iPad Air 2? 3? I don't know, one of those. But you were, on the weekend you downloaded, you were on your iPhone SE, that's where you started, right?
Yeah.
And so, because I'm your dad, I got your notification, I had to approve the download. So there was a proud parenting moment right there. And I had this device sitting here just waiting for the right moment, so it will be pretty good for you. Okay, Viking says, okay, set up the HUD, go for at least 3 fingers or more, then find the perfect sensitivity or something comfortable, and just have fun. Don't take it serious like me. So Viking is one of the best players in India. He is an excellent player. He should be playing in the World Champs, but due to rostering issues, he can't play in the World Champs or his team, so that was pretty gutting, but that's how good he is. So you're already using 4 fingers, so you're way there. Yeah. So sensitivity is something, do you understand sensitivity?
Yeah.
So doing your 180 turns and all of that. So
yeah, I changed sensitivity a lot when I played controller Call of Duty.
So you know how to just go in and adjust things. There is a training room you can go into. Good advice. Okay, Mr. Rage, my friend Noah, start playing with whatever fingers you're comfortable with and try playing every mode so you understand spawn points, power positioning, and map knowledge, obviously. Rage is one of the best players in Europe. He could be pro if he played enough, but real life and jobs and all that. But he's played with and against iFerg, as has my other friend Power. I don't think he's in here though. So yeah, there again, he's saying, hey, it's okay to be a thumbs player because I know some thumbs players that are better than me, and in fact, I know one player who just plays with one thumb because she only has one hand. Okay, so he's saying though, play all the modes. So what modes have you played so far? You played Frontline?
I've played Search and Destroy, I've played Free For All, I played Team Deathmatch, and I've played that think it's Domination.
Yes. What's your favourite so far?
Yeah, I've played. Probably Team Deathmatch.
And what's it about Team Deathmatch that you like?
There's no spawn invincibility.
Yeah, Frontline is frustrating like that. Yeah, TDM is, so when I started, I for many months, all I really wanted to play was Frontline because I found it very confusing. You know, even if there was just one map, I would find that confusing. But when you've got a bunch of maps, map knowledge is everything to start with because you get very disorientated easily otherwise. Even today when they release new maps to rank, there's a video of me not long ago with my friend Raxmay trying to tell me where the bomb site was for S&D on it because I had no idea. And that pretty much, that can cost you a game like that. So with Frontline, because the spawns are set, you die, you go back to the same area, and you can get your idea of it. And then if you're on the other side, you learn it from that side. So for new players, I would say Frontline's an excellent way to get into it. And click here to watch my tutorial on how to play Frontline. And if you're wanting to play Orangutan's favorite mode, click here to play TDM. Okay, yeah, some map knowledge and playing all the modes, you get a feel for it. TDM's a bit easier because the only objective is to kill and not die, and that's it. Yeah. Whereas Domination and Hardpoint have hills that you have to capture, and S&D is you need to be good with your gun battles and strategy. Crazy Corn, a great editor, he says 3 fingers the best start, don't start with thumbs. So there's a bit of confusing messaging going on as to what people think is right. But I think it's backing up my advice for you just to start with claw and you're straight into it. Dan says start with thumbs only. He'll send you a HUD and DMs. I have my old HUD I used to run back when he was playing it. But Orangutan here has moved on already. He's advanced. Okay, King Cobra, play around with guns as you unlock them and don't use the meta unless it's a gun you're super comfortable with. Relying on guns that are good now will be nerfed within the next season or 2 and will make your skill gap increase the moment they become unreliable and you'll be left trying to figure out what to use next. Experiment. What do you think about that advice?
That's good advice.
Do you understand?
I just use random guns, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you understand what meta is?
Yeah, it's the best gun that ever people use.
It actually stands for most effective tactics available. So tactics involve all sorts of things. It involves your throwables, your tactical equipment, your lethal equipment, your perks and your score streaks and your secondary, and even down to the operator that you use, what colors they have and backpacks and stuff like that. How you approach the game, like S&D when you're on attack, if you're teaming up with people, those are tactics. Those are all tactics, and the strategy is to win in a certain way. But in COD Mobile, I don't know if it's just COD Mobile, but I noticed when I first started in this game, people used meta wrong. They used it to mean the guns, and the guns are just part of the meta. But in COD Mobile, that's pretty much what people mean is the best gun is what they mean by that. So we've just had some news that there are some nerfs, and one of my favorite guns, the Peacekeeper, I have 2 loadouts. I have it in 2 slots. That's going to get a nerf, so that's
I had that gun in Black Ops 4.
Oh wow, you've played Black Ops 4. Look at you go.
Yeah, it was because it was free for like a month, but it gave it to me for free, like ever.
Toki says, definitely tried finding a sensitivity in the training room. Play around with your HUD and sensitivity until you feel completely comfortable with it. So that's sound advice there. I think sensitivity for a day 1 new player, I'd say don't worry about that just to start with. Like get comfortable with the game. But sensitivity is something you want to, well, maybe you do want to do it from day 1. Like knowing, you do that with any game. You work out, you do a 180 turn. Or a 90 degrees turn or whatever, you work out your sensitivity generally is the first thing you do. So actually it's pretty good advice there. Okay, Fluffy Panda says, definitely play Shipment Hardpoint whenever there is double XP for guns, helps to grind out guns. And that's a really, really sound advice because you're starting with the most basic guns, the M4, the DLQ, the PDW is what you started with, but they've got no attachments. You have to play with the gun to unlock all those attachments to just get a good loadout. And often the last thing you unlock is the thing you need. So what's that been like? Do you have any guns fully maxed out?
No, I'm pretty sure my highest level gun's level 24.
Yeah. So, and you've been playing a little bit of rank as well.
Yeah.
So trying to play that with non-meta guns that have inadequate attachments is a bit hard. Any advice you as a new player, someone that's watching this and maybe wants to play or they're just getting started, what's the most important thing you can think of?
Play claw.
Play claw? Okay.